You ready?
Yes.
I'm Wazzy James, architect, musician, fixer man. Billy and I are going to show you the real fix on this Bosch washing machine. It's an E18 error. Happened yesterday. It's over there, thanks Bill. And Mum had a look on the line and said a very simple fix which didn't work. It is actually not too bad a fix, so don't get frightened, but anyway, we'll show you what's going on.
Yeah. I'm Billy and Dad's father's sister. This is the washing machine with same fix because it
What sort is it?
It's
It's a Bosch. And where was the error? And what was it?
The error was up
Yeah.
here. And we needed to...
And it was an E18 error. It was an E18 error, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the instructions told us to open the flap there, down the bottom. So most of the videos are going to tell you to open this flap here and undo this little jigger here.
Which might be a little hard to make sure.
Oh, it's not too bad, Bubble. But when you undo this plug, usually they say there's a coin behind it or something caught in it. Yeah, right. We didn't find any coins, did we, Bill? But how much did we find when we got inside the machine? No, show 'em.
There were this many round coins in it.
Yeah, so they've been out a long time, haven't they? Because all the edges are gone.
They've been about, it like takes like 2 or 1 year until they will turn around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of
That's
them
why we
have
should
been
take the
involved in
coins.
clothes.
Why don't we take the coins out of the clothes before we put them in the machine? That's a better idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, these are the tools we're going to need. We're going to need a ratchet. What's a ratchet, Bill? That's the ratchet. Then we're going to need some multi-grips. That's the multi-grips Bill's showing you now. Yeah. 2 pairs of pliers, or 3, doesn't matter. You could use these if you don't have the ratchet. And then these little screws here is what we need. And then we need a little star one. See this little fella here on the video, and that's going to do most of the screws. There's only 2 screws where you need a ratchet. So to get the water out doesn't make much sense, because they'll tell you unplug this little plug here on this hose and let it drain out. Well, it doesn't work if it's blocked, yeah, especially if it's blocked between here and here. So the thing's, your machine's still half full of water, can't get anywhere, it's all over the joint. So you turn your power off, turn your water off at the tap, and right down here, you see there's a little black plastic thing. You put a screwdriver in there and pull that down, see, like that, and that releases the door. It's an emergency release. Bill will explain why.
Once a lady was washing her clothes, she realised her cat was in her washing
Inside.
inside the washing machine.
So she quickly turned it off, didn't she?
She quickly turned it off and she couldn't
And then
seem to open
she
the
put the
door.
screwdriver in here
And then she could open it.
and pulled it down, and then the door opened and the cat was all right, wasn't it? Luckily, that's our cat. What's her name?
Pepper.
Pearl Pearl. All right, thanks, Pearl.
You can go first.
So that's how you open the door if it's stuck, yeah. Now we're lucky, we've got a tile floor. It is an old house. You know, one day we'll get a new floor, won't we, Bill? But we've got a drain plug in the middle of the thing. So we have a couple of options. When we opened this door, all the water came running out. So we made a dam out of towels, didn't we, Bill? Right round this hole, and that directed all the water in there, and not much went out into the other room, did it? We put a towel across the door, and all the water that was in here came out of here.
You You guys see the wheel?
So what you can do is put a baby bath under there, and then you can put some gaffer tape or something along that edge, just like that. If you have to, just like that. Put something under here, and then put the gaffer tape right along that front edge, and most of the water will go into the bath. Yeah. So to get started, to get to the pipe behind here, what we did is pull this whole machine forward. We propped it up on a bit of wood there, so it was on an angle, and that allowed us to get to the 2 ratchet screws which are under each corner.
There are screws under each.
Little bolts, Bill.
Ow.
And then these are where the little hex screws are in here, so we took all this off.
The whole thing?
Yeah. So the next thing we had to do is around this ring here.
Ring?
Yeah.
The ring where I'm touching?
Yeah, the ring where you're touching. There's a wire, and then it has a spring which is over.
If you can see it.
Oh, hang on.
Wait. Let me make sure I can see it. Let me make sure.
Can you see the spring if I hold? Yeah, there you go. Well done, Bill. That's the spring. So that little spring there expands. That's why you need your 2 set of pliers. It comes off pretty easy, actually. I just put a screwdriver under here. Be gentle. See these tabs on the rubber? They're the strong parts of the rubber. So if you're going to put a screwdriver, put them on where the tabs are. There's another tab there, another one there. And this is where the actual spring is, so you can take it off from there. That's why you need the 2 set of pliers, because when you're putting it back on, you've got to spread. Pull back a bit. So when you're taking this rubber, when you're putting this spring back on, you've got to spread it. So you might need a friend. You've got to run the rubber. You've got to run the ring all the way around this rubber, and then spread the spring, and then clip it on. So it's like that. Yep.
So, Dad.
Yeah.
Wait, one more question. So, Dad, if we had to expand it like this, then why is alpha?
Hey?
If it's supposed to be expanded like that, then why is the house not expanded?
Because I've put it back together. So we've got our rubber and our ring off, and then we've got our screws out here, and we've got our 2 little screws there. The whole front of the machine will tilt from here. We're propped up on the wood, so you can get under it, pull back. Now, in our case, it was easier to take the machine out, so I'll show you how we did that. Okay, so we used this trolley, and we just put it basically under there, undid all our pipes, took the machine outside, and we'll show you the table. I took it out onto a camp table. We just used the camp table. Got the whole family around, and we lifted it up onto the table, and it made it easy to work. No, you weren't there, Bill.
It's probably because I'm only a kid.
So once we had it out on the table, we took the back off. The back of the machine has about 10 of those little star screws holding it on. The reason we did that was because I was able to reach through from the back all the way with a set of these, and undo the clamp on the black hose on the thing, and we were able to reach through the front and unscrew the thing, and that's where we found all the coins. Yeah. Start?
Yep.
All right, so we wheeled out our washing machine on the trolley, and then we got Mum and you and everybody helped lift it up onto our camp table. Once it's up on the camp table, it's a good working height. I rolled it over on the side so the pump's at the top, and worked on it from that point of view. To get the rubber ring back on, you've got to roll it back upright, and then get Mum and everyone else to help you lift it down onto the trolley, and away it goes back in. It's a lot easier working on the outside. Isn't it, Bill?
Yep.
When you come for me in the early morning, you say, Daddy, I'm looking for you. And I give you my hand. You know I bring out the best in me, I give it to you.
So that's how we worked. We fixed our 80 error on our washing machine. Hope you enjoyed.